Hello friends and welcome to The Gamer Down. This is your host Darkosis, and we're continuing our coverage of Rift, the Rift beta. And this is the last of the beta here. There's only about a week left in it, and so what you're seeing is the very end where it's should be almost complete, about how the game will probably ship. You know, they always make maybe a few tweaks here and there, but you know, you should expect the game to pretty much look like this by the end of it all. And through this series, I'm just questing from the very beginning with my Guardian here. And right now, picking up our second soul. And like I said, I'm only doing a few quests at a time, so I can get these videos out in a timely fashion so that you don't have to wait too long. I could make them an hour long or whatever like that, but it takes too long to process and get it all uploaded to YouTube. So you see here, we're supposed to go and slay the little skeletal looking guys around here. I could read all the quest text, but then these videos really would be an hour long. So anyway, moving along here, I decided, oh yeah, I remember to spec my talents here. And what's convenient is all the keys are the same as WoW's, the N for your talents and blah blah blah. I'm just taking a look at my quest log here. And you know what's nice is you can move the whole quest log around and all the panels like that. That's a nice feature that every MMO should have, but unfortunately they don't. As you can see, I can move it around there. And I really, I haven't really researched all the talents and classes and trees and all that, so I'm just selecting, armor right now. I selected the warrior class in this game, and it seems like I always select warrior in most MMOs. I like being a tank. It seems like it's nice to be needed as either a tank or a healer. Except I really don't like healing very much. Tanking can be fun. And we're going to save our talents and finally get along to the quests here. And there's one of the first guys, and we're going to go put him down. And like I said in the last video, it's just the combat is identical to WoW's. I really don't see much difference at all. I mean, even this is really like a paladin to me. I played a paladin in WoW, and I have my auto loot on, so there's no real great loot at this level. What I do like is the mobs running around and being active and bringing life to the game. That really helps out quite a bit. So far, I must say that this game is looking very solid. I haven't found any real major bugs, and there's no lag, and the combat is on par. The mobs seem, they're pretty hard for their level. I mean, but this is the lobby area. Can't expect too much. I'm sure things get a little bit hairier out there in the real world, away from this newbie zone. And there's one of our quest objectives right here. Just have to shut 3 of these guys down. And one thing I noticed is there's all these sparklies around, like books you can look at, but once you look at them, they don't quit sparkling. So it kind of causes confusion, between your quest objective and just something that one of the lore pieces on the ground. I really wish that after you looked at one of the lore pieces that they would quit sparkling, so they wouldn't be a distraction when you're trying to do your quests. So a few more of those guys and a few more lootables, and we should be done with these 2 quests. They're pretty easy. This is still the newbie zone, and everything is not even aggressive, so you can walk around and look around. And speaking of looking around, the graphics are so amazing. My graphics are just on medium right now. I mean, I might try to perhaps add a little higher graphics, but I want to keep things smooth and keep things easy. Even despite the changes with Cataclysm and WoW, the graphics, they will never be up to this par because that engine is just so old. And you'll notice your character has a lower level of pixels compared to the world now, and it kind of looks like your character doesn't match in WoW. because your character is such a lower grade than the world detail. It looks kind of funny to me. But and here, your character is as highly detailed as the world, and everything makes sense and matches more. I don't know. I'm really liking this game. You know, I'm only a few quests into it, and not that far into it at all, and I'm already having a blast. You know, it's nice that you're able to just jump right in and pick up all the combat, since all the commands are the same as WoW's. And I just thought I'd kill this guy for the hell of it to see what happened. Thought maybe he was a secret quest. But you see on the screen there the sparkling book, and once you look at it, it doesn't quit sparkling, which doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's kind of a distraction. So if any developers out there are hearing me, after you look at one of those things, please stop the sparkles. This is only the second day of the new beta phase 7. Like I mentioned, it's the very last, and you can see there's quite a few people starting to enter the game, and everywhere you go now there's usually somebody mucking about, as you will see. But everything looks cool. Everything looks really cool. I know everybody's got a pet except for me, so I have to look into that. Got to get me a pet. And as you can see, there's quite a few corpses laying on the ground, and gotta say I love those little touches. You know, those are what make a game, really, the little details. You know, if you're gonna make a huge world, then make it worth looking at. Make little treasures to find, little Easter eggs. People just love that kind of stuff. But there's quite a few corpses on the ground. I guess they're just there for the effect. Maybe a little overdid it though, but it looks good. And just a couple more guys to go and be done with this set of quests right now. But look at all the lighting effects, and like I said, this is only on medium detail, and the lighting and everything is still just awesome. Like you see how that line goes across, and how it just, you know, dims in and out like a real ray effect. And I know that WoW has tried to do the ray effects, and it looks pretty awesome what they've done with the water and the sun rays and all of that good stuff. But it's never going to be up to this level. It's just impossible because of the engine. And I'm just going to turn these quests in real fast, and as you can see, there's quite a few people starting to fill around the new areas, all the new beta players, and everybody's got a dog but me. I gotta get me a dog. I love dogs. And if it's possible to have a dog in a game, then I gotta have it. Just like Fallout. But except it was so hard keeping that dog alive. He would just run off and get killed, and so I'd have to keep saving and, go back. But anyway, that's something else. And I'm just going to turn this in real fast. And that should bring us over to the very last quest for this hub right here. And what we have to do is use a shield on some troublemakers over here.
I buy and sell.
Usual banner. I had to look at the store real fast, see what they're selling. It's like 5 gold for a bag. Oh man, please make that lower. I've only got 2 gold, and I need some bags, please.
Always
this is a plea to the bag developer. I think those purple meteor-like things are part of a rift or something like that, because they seem to have started increasing. And here's our little altar. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to kill this guy, and then I have to loot the shield from here. Then I use that shield on those other thralls. Not the thrall from WoW. Don't think that. A thrall is some sort of undead thing, if you look it up. And very, very awesome graphics. Isn't that just amazing? And like I said, you can see those meteors just flying in from Afghanistan all the way to Rift, wherever they're coming from. And just like in WoW, you can put your quest item on your bar so you don't have to keep clicking your bag, which makes things much easier. It seems like they did pick up on most of WoW's innovations like that, and I am all for that. It looks great. Makes it much easier to get right into this game, like I've mentioned a few times now. And here we go. Have to find the bad guys. I was a little bit lost here, but the map is pretty detailed, and as you can see, where you're supposed to be is highlighted by a circle there. Except I just keep getting distracted by these little sparkles. I just got to look at them. I thought it was maybe a quest or something, but it's just more lore. More lore. So there's plenty of lore stuff if you want to get into that. Lots of reading. I just had to look around, and this looks like where we're going to be going next here. After the use of the shield on the non-aggressive guys in the newbie zone, then looks like we're finally moving into the next zone where there's a little more danger and things are actually aggressive, and probably expect to see a few deaths, I imagine. Now this quest is really easy. They don't even attack you or anything, so you just toss that shield at them and boom, instantaneously dead. Easy. And they're just kind of standing around yelling. They didn't see that shield coming. No way. Yeah. A few more. Should be done with this pretty fast here. And we'll go help this guy. I don't know who he is, but he's green and he must be a buddy. Must be somebody I forgot their name. That's what it is. And one more. And we will be done. And that should do it. Not so much as a thanks from the guy with the green name. Carwin. Sorry, Carwin. But I did try to help you. So let's just go turn this puppy in, and we should be done with this little newbie area here. And we'll finally be moving into an area with aggressive mobs and a little more danger. And like I said, you'll probably see me die a few times. It wouldn't be called the Gamer Down if I didn't die quite a bit, because that's just what I do in video games. I die. And I noticed there's quite a few females in this game, but like all MMOs, 99% are some big old fat hairy guy. No, it's true. But there are a few pretty women in MMOs. I've met them and I've seen them. So they do exist. They really do exist. I know it sounds crazy, but they do exist. And with this quest here, that will take us over to the next hub, and like I mentioned earlier, the aggressive mobs, and that will be in the next video. And so far I must say that this game is quite a bit of fun, and I'm going to be playing it some more today, get some more video coverage out, and have some more stuff up at least by tomorrow. Looking at tomorrow, most likely, to have part 3 of this out. So with that, as we come to end of this 15-minute video, I'll turn this little quest in here. And this is where we'll pick up next time, and I'll leave you with a nice view of the Rift Valley over here. This has been The Gamer Down, and I am your host, Dark Hostess. See you next time.
The dragons feed upon the sin of the world.